Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I want to thank you for coming this evening. Very exciting night. Tonight we salute our fall athletes and their outstanding accomplishments. I'm asking all of you to please show your support this evening by showing respect for the athletes, the coaches, and myself when we're on stage and at the microphone. All of you guys, all the student athletes, including your parents, have worked extremely hard this evening and deserve to be recognized for your outstanding achievements. So we appreciate it. Before we begin tonight with the awards, there are a tremendous amount of people I'd like to thank that helped make this season such a success. I hope you picked up one of the programs when you came in. Inside the program, we have a sheet that acknowledges these individuals as well. I want to thank them so much for their dedication and commitment to supporting our overall mission of helping our student athletes and coaches have all the necessary uniforms and equipment they need to look good, represent Lebanon with class, and making sure our student athletes achieve academic and athletic success. So I thank them. There are a few people I want to highlight and thank. First, I want to thank our athletic office administrative assistant, Miss Stacy Boyer. Did an awesome job. Yes. This fall season, her first fall season. We appreciate everything she's done and also that helped get the awards ready for this evening. A volunteer assistant who's up there kind of running the PowerPoint and the show tonight and the sound, Mr. Wade Thatcher, for all he does. He volunteers his time in the athletic department. Without their help, again, none of this would have been possible. They do so much behind the scenes, whether that's the athletic website, Final Forms, online ticketing, streaming programs, team pictures, you name it, the list goes on and on. So I really do appreciate what they have done for the fall season. And I also want to thank Bob Ross for coming back and helping us this fall season. Bob did a nice job out there. He's still been helping us out today. He helped get some of the banners down, so I appreciate everything he does for us. Yeah, you can give him a round of applause. Next, I'd like to thank our Lebanon guidance and administrative staff. You see them on the wall, headed by our principal, Mr. Kevin O'Rourke. Very instrumental in helping us figure out our GPAs that we'll talk about later this evening, and also with supporting our teams at the events, knowing that I can't be at everything. They like to come out and watch, and I appreciate all they've done. In addition to the administrative staff, we have the support staff that does a wonderful job. Jackie McNutt in the clinic, Karen Turner in the guidance office, Jocelyn Hyatt in attendance, and Kay Walker in the main office, along with Jana Langenbartels, done a wonderful job. And I want to thank Chad Martin, our operations director, helping us with the LCSC facilities, our director of assessment, Kari Oninger, who helps me out, especially at the volleyball games when I can't be at two places at once, does a wonderful job. And I can't forget our Lebanon Middle School athletic director, Amanda Scoble, helps me with scheduling and supporting our teams as well. So I thank them very much. Give them a round of applause, please. We have our Sports Booster Board. I want to thank them, led by President Neil Taylor. I think he's here this evening. Vice President Sarah Cruz, Secretary Daniel Lemkuhler, and Treasurer Natalie Parks. They do a wonderful job supporting all of our athletic programs. And last year, as we've mentioned, they gave over $9,000 in scholarships to our senior student athletes. So I encourage all of you to join the boosters and help support them. And if you have a parent that'd like to get involved, feel free to talk to one of them as well. The more, the merrier. Concessions is a big task this fall. I want to thank the people that helped us with that. Soccer, volleyball, marching band parents, specifically Laura Newman, Ashley Bailey, Stacy Schwartz, Jason Deakins, Krista Parker, and Kevin O'Neill and his students in the school that every day are out there helping to stock and get the football concession stand and the volleyball concession stand manned. So we appreciate that. I'd also like to thank the custodians and maintenance crew. They're all listed there, doing a wonderful job getting our locker rooms taken care of, our uniforms clean, especially Ben Thomas, who is in charge of the laundry at both schools, the high school and middle school. Doesn't matter what time of the day or what time of the evening, he's in here to get those uniforms clean, and we appreciate it. And more importantly, I also want to thank our grounds crew, led by Kevin Kays, Kevin McCurdy, James Clippinger, and Mike Winecoop. Wonderful job. You guys might not think, since we got turf on the stadium field, that there's a lot of work that goes into the stadium field, but there actually is. There's brushing, there's grooming, there's putting more rubber down, there's putting disinfectant down. They do a lot of work on that turf field, but more importantly, that soccer field, our soccer complex is always top notch, and so I appreciate all the work they've done, especially this fall. Like to thank the strength and conditioning coach, Noah Rogers, for helping with our student athletes, especially our multi-sport athletes. Noah's really dedicating himself and getting into the software programs that we're using, where the kids can really see some improvement and see that their hard work is paying off. So I appreciate everything Noah's done in the weight room with our kids, and also some rehabilitation as well. So thank you, Noah. Is Noah here tonight? I don't know if I saw Noah. All right, well, thanks, Noah. Yeah, we can give him a round of applause. He's working hard. I want to thank our athletic trainers, Susan Stroud, our doctors, Daniel Kraft, Michael Hornbecker, and Herschel Surveys from Witham Sports Medicine. The doctors and trainers have done an outstanding job with our fall athletes. They have worked extremely hard on injury prevention, rehabilitation programs, potential COVID situations, and getting our student athletes back in the game as quick as possible. Again, I thank them very much for all their dedication, commitment to our student athletes. It helps that we're on the same page and same philosophy. They want all of our student athletes to be safe, but get them back as quick as possible should they have an injury. So I thank them very much, and I know you give them a round of applause, because I know at least Dr. Hornbecker's out there tonight. I want to thank the parents for their countless number of hours you volunteered to help support your son or daughter. Yes, give them a round of applause, athletes. Thanks for transporting your son and daughter to every practice, team event. Student athletes, you would not be here tonight without your parents, so they deserve a big round of applause. One more time for your parents. And last but not least, if we can have all the fall coaches stand up. Give them a round of applause, yeah. You guys are the true heroes. The commitment, dedication, determination you display towards our student athletes in the hopes of them achieving success on the field, in the gym, on the tennis court, cross country, or in the golf course, on the golf course is extraordinary. I do thank you. I thank you for the countless number of hours you have spent away from your families and friends, and you are basically, all I can say is simply the best. So thanks again to all the fall coaches. Okay, let's get right into our awards. We're going to begin this night with the 3.3 B+ Scholar Athlete Awards. These are student athletes that received a weighted grade point average of 3.3 or higher in the first 9 weeks of school, which is the fall season. This does not include carryover grade point averages for upperclassmen. All students receiving this honor will receive a t-shirt that reads Student Athletes Achieving Excellent in Academics and Scholar Athlete pin. Student athletes, when your name is called, please come to the stage and have your shirt size ready to go for our people that I'll call up here in a minute to help us out. Last fall, we had 164 athletes receive this honor out of 249 total athletes. Tonight, I'm proud to announce that this fall we will recognize 161 athletes out of a total of 232 athletes for achieving this tremendous academic honor. And one note I wanted to mention, 77 of these athletes had a 4.0 or higher GPA. So congratulations. We want to thank our sponsors, and I believe some of them are with us tonight, for believing the importance of academics with our student athletes. I'm going to quickly read them off. If there's a representative, or if they are here this evening, if they could please come to the stage and help Stacy with our pins and shirts, I appreciate it. Ken's Food, Clues Brews, Real Estate by Tad, The Farrell Family, Deacon's Precision Automotive, Milky Way, By-Right Flooring, IGA, Culligan Water Conditioning of Boone County, Merritt Contracting, Zoom Auto Outlet, Trinity Safety Group, Crossroads Imprints, Home National Bank, Pet Supplies Plus, Nicholas Orthodontics, Lebanon Sports Boosters Association. If there are any representatives here, Dave, I think you're here. If you guys can please come up. Natalie, I thought I saw you. Neil is here, and Sarah, I think, just walked in. I think you guys can help us out because we're going to give out 161 pins and T-shirts right now. Natalie's coming from the side. Guys, when I call your name, come on up these steps, and you can just go right down the other steps as you go. We're going to begin with our cheerleaders. These are 3.3 Scholar athletes, our cheerleaders. Shelby DiMasilli, Chloe Maceo, Nadia Keene, Josie Pratt, Emma Bailey, Lillian Gonzalez, Aaliyah Thatcher, Lily Gearden, Jennifer Ritchie, Brylan Cox, Tamaya Banks, Dylan Shockley, Ava Ferris, Kinsley Gould, Caitlin Smith, and Elena Long. How about a round of applause for our cheerleaders? Our volleyball Scholar athletes, Gabrielle Deakins, Alexander Barr, Sydney Nance, Grace Brainer, Charlie Albee, Kylie Ottinger, Ava Susong, Emily Sperry, Sophie Robson, Grace Teifel, Sophia Andrews, Audrey Butler, Callie Bruder, Marina Barr, Madeline Welty, Carly Adams, Haley Holloman, Grace Ann Merchant, Layla Richards, Miley Wilhoit, Bethany DeGraw, Allison Albee, Avery Lawler, and Sydney Starkey. How about a hand for our girls volleyball 3.3? Football players, Daniel Frost, Nabib Suma, Nicholas Trepkos, Jacob Windhorst, Ty Reagan, Samuel Hornbecker, Joshua Parks, Carson Toole, Jack Howard, Sam Kiker, Landon Fouts, Cade Spanhook, Luke Dunshee, Arson Mapanda, Mason Crew, Trevon Bell, Anthony McLean, Alejandro Lopez, Jake Burns, Jared Pollock, Tage Williamson, Brendan Shockley, Jacob Jones, Eli Bridges, Jeffrey Serrano, Caden Gates, Jackson Cadle, and Archer Clevenger. Great job, gentlemen. Girls soccer program, Ava Lemkuehler, Emma Wascom, Brianna Stratton, Addison Lawler, Brennan Cox, Grace Ann Newman, Sophie Neihart, Carly Roberts, Ayana Bailey, Sierra Hyatt, Caroline Burke Biley. Madison Platt. Ava Thicke. Addison Cook. Maya Newsom. Isabel Romero. And Melanie Oakes. Congratulations, ladies. Boys soccer. Evan Wright. Max Campbell. Caden Burris. Taylor O'Brien. Jeremy Mullins. Aroni Hernandez. Kendrick Welty. Quentin Eisenhower. Luis Chavez. Devon Zeismer. Daniel Richards. Garen Stokes. Trayton Aker. Wyatt Boyette. Ilion Emerlahu. Christopher Green. Alejandro Bernal Santos. Logan Huntsman. Joel Acton. Grant Krulik. Bryson Aker. Braden Newsom. Alex Sell. And Eli Young. Congratulations, gentlemen. Boys tennis. Drew Reeves. David Garcia. Jackson Farrell. Thomas Devlin. John Gasho. Joel Salinas. William Meyer. Parker Lawson. Jacob Gully. Joe Susong. Owen Kincaid. Daniel Krulik. Owen Bigler. Ian Kincaid. Aiden Sell. Stephen Barber. And Matthias Baldwin. Congratulations, gentlemen. Girls golf. Emma Hornbecker. Audrey Patterson. Anna Robbins. Alethea Wilson. Avery Blunt. Nora Gallman. Kate Williams. Mason Cassis. Mary Mitchell. Lucy Cassis. Rayanna Morrow. And Cora Patrick. Congratulations, ladies. Boys cross country. Landon Gonzalez. Alex Emmenizer. Sam Piper. Aiden Frost. Josh Hawks. Brenner Sloan. Dylan Crayley. Kyler Strange. Carter Hammonds. Jared Walton. Aiden Wetter. Caleb Newsom. Jordan Yoder. Eli Taylor. Levi Pittman. And Jacob Susong. Congratulations, gentlemen. And last but not least, our girls cross country team. Sarah Keith. Chloe Coyle. Gracie Stoller. Abigail Gilliams. Jalea Howard. Mary Beth Bergen. Penny Lamerson. And Nadia Jones. Congratulations, ladies. Once again, if we can have a round of applause for our 161 student athletes achieved a 3.3 B+ rater. And also thanks to our sponsors. We truly appreciate, again, the understanding of how important academics and the role it plays in the success of our student athletes have. So thank you guys again. Before we get to our team awards, we want to take a look at our team GPA standings that we're very proud of this year. Couple things to note. First of all, girls golf, 4.18, but every single fall athletic team's achieved an average GPA of over 3.0. Congratulations. That doesn't happen very often. And if you notice, I have last year's average that just about every single team went up. So we congratulate them on their academic achievements. Okay. And now we're going to present the Fall Sports Team Individual Awards. I ask that each athlete receiving an award this evening, as your name is called, please come to the stage and remain on the stage underneath the Lebanon Tiger awning over there, and until all the awards are presented for your sport. I do want to remind everybody that the Scholar Athlete Team Award that will be given this evening in each sport is awarded to a varsity lettered athlete who in the sport has maintained the highest weighted grade point average over the first 9-week grading period, not cumulative as I mentioned earlier. So let's, without further ado, please welcome to the stage. Unfortunately, our head cheerleading coach couldn't be here this evening, Shannon Cowger, so her assistant is going to cover for her, Mickey Folden.
Good evening. Many of you may not realize that cheer season begins as soon as school is out in the spring with tryouts. In June, practices throughout the summer, the parade in July, and camp at the start of football season, and then in August. Last year, we had 13 seniors on our squad. That said, we started with a very young squad and inexperienced team this year, with new athletes returning. The team has done an amazing job learning all the material, building strength and developing and progressing skills. If you attended many football games, I hope you would agree that we looked like a very different team at the end of the season as far as capability and skill than we were at the beginning. The highlight of our season were the homecoming festivities, including the pep session, which was the first homecoming pep session since the start of the pandemic. The team was very happy to return to normal, especially the seniors who have not experienced a typical homecoming week since their freshman year. Our team is led by our captains, all 4 seniors in the program who I asked to stand: Chloe Mayseal, Dylan Shockley, Emma Bailey, and Katie Smith. We are thankful to have them continuing to their cheer last season as Tigers for basketball. We are losing 2 seniors that are newer to the program, Aaliyah Thatcher, who is graduating in December, and Nadia Keene, who will be wrestling in the winter. We will miss them both and wish them the very best. Shannon would like to also recognize her coaching staff, which includes myself and Lauren Cowger. The program would not be possible without the dedication and commitment of these coaches, and we are thankful for Shannon as well. Our first award tonight is our Most Improved Athlete. The individual winning this award tonight is a senior who is new to the program this year. She was both a base and flyer for us and worked very hard throughout the summer and football season to improve her skills. We will miss her very much as she goes on to wrestle in the winter. This season's Most Improved Athlete is Nadia Keene. Our next award is our Most Valuable Cheerleader. This individual is a 4-year senior for our program. She is an exceptional base who was one of our All-American Award winners at camp, which recognizes elite athletes who demonstrate excellence across the dimensions of our sport. She will do whatever is asked of her, including basing our newest flyers and beginning skills to help them grow and develop to basing our most experienced flyers as they progress to more advanced skills. This season, most valuable cheerleader is Dylan Shockley. Our next award is for sportsmanship. The winner of this award is someone who has an infectious smile, who is happy just being out there cheering on our team, regardless of what she is doing or involved in. During some of our more challenging games this season, she was the one we could count on to keep a positive attitude and keep a smile despite the score. She is a great teammate who will be greatly missed as she moves on to the next chapter in her life after graduating in December. This season's sportsmanship winner is Aaliyah Thatcher. Our last award goes to our scholar athlete. This is the first time in a while that one of our underclassmen is taking home this honor. We are so proud of her hard work both on and off the mat. I don't know why that says mat. On and off the cheer squad and in the classroom. This season's scholar athlete is Shelby Demicelli. Great job, ladies.
Congratulations to our cheerleaders. Please welcome to the stage our head boys tennis coach, Mr. Sam Godby.
Okay, obviously I'm Sam Godby. This is my first year coaching high school tennis. So I have a couple people I want to thank that made my transition to being a first year tennis coach easy. Last year, and the coach for the previous couple years was Joe LePage, and he just made things extremely easy for me, whether it was drills to use, when it came to setting a lineup, talking strategy, he was a big help for that. So he made things easy for me, as well as Coach Katie Hart. She played college tennis, has a lot of drill work that I didn't have. She was good with that, so they made things very easy for me as a first-year coach. I also want to thank the senior captains for our team. It was John Gasho and Matthias Baldwin, so if they could stand up, give a round of applause. For tennis, there are 12 all-conference players, and we were fortunate enough to have 4 of them. Our 4 guys were John Gasho, Matthew Barber, Reese Guyman, and Jack Farrell. We finished second in the conference this year. That was kind of frustrating for us because we thought we had a good enough team to win conference, so that's kind of fueling us towards next year. That's our goal heading into the next season. Our overall record was 14-9, which I believe our record last year was 11-11, so that was good to see things go in that direction. So let's go ahead and get started with the awards. First, we have Most Improved. This guy definitely has a love for the game of tennis. Shows up to the court for practice or a match with super positive attitude and is ready to play, and he keeps us coaches on our toes. That guy was Daniel Krulik. Thanks, Coach. Yeah. So I have to stand up. Yeah. Next up, most valuable player. This guy showed up every day and was just so steady. You knew exactly what you were going to get out of him every day. He did a great job of leading by example, and he was just the perfect leader that we needed on our team. So most valuable player was John Gasho. Next, we have sportsmanship. When I thought about this award, I thought it was somebody that really represents Lebanon High School very well. There were a couple instances where this guy, in tennis, the match can get pretty intense, or even with a teammate, and he does a great job of communicating with his opponent, who is maybe they're arguing about something, but he was able to communicate very well with them in a respectful fashion. And like I said, he's just a great representation of Lebanon High School. So our most sportsmanship player was Owen Bigler. And scholar athlete. Obviously, this guy, his work ethic is very good. He, just like in the classroom, he came to the court each day ready to work. Obviously, he did in the classroom too. So, scholar athlete, David Garcia. That's us. Thank you.
Congratulations, gentlemen. At this time, please welcome to the stage your head volleyball coach, Emily Vanatsky.
Hello. So varsity volleyball ended this season with a 13-15 record, and we ended third in conference, which was one better than last year, including a huge win over Crawfordsville, who was ranked third in 3A the day before we played them, and we came out doing every single thing right and completely swept the floor with them, which was very exciting to see. This program is showing huge improvements and more promise each year. We're losing 7 incredible seniors, so if my 7 seniors can stand up really quickly. They've been such a huge part of this program for 4 years, and they are leaving some huge shoes to fill. All 7 seniors made academic all-state this year. 2 varsity players made first-team all-conference, Sydney Starkey and Kylie Ottinger. As well as 2 varsity players making second-team all-conference, like Spar and Grace Brainer. Our JV ended with a 13-9 record on the season, including a huge win over Zionsville, which was here, and it was a very exciting match to watch and really made me excited to see the future of this program. Our freshman team, while injuries and eligibility shortened their season, they still got 3rd overall in Franklin Central's freshman tournament, taking both Carmel and North Central's freshman teams to 3, which was very exciting to see. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with the awards. So starting off, our outstanding offensive player. This award is going to a senior who didn't quite get the season she wanted last year. She got to kind of watch from the sidelines, but definitely came bouncing back into this year. made a statement for the way she wanted our season to go, and definitely stood out at sectionals, including a 7-point serving run towards the end to kind of push us into some extra points. While we fell short, she definitely gave it everything she had. So our outstanding offensive player this year is Grace Brainer. Moving on to Outstanding Defensive Player. This award is also going to a senior who definitely stepped up when I told her right before Zionsville she was going to be jumping into our libero jersey. She kind of looked at me and was like, "Coach, you want me to block or to dig a 6'4" girl hitting 10-foot line?" And I looked at her, I said, "You can do it." She definitely stepped up to the plate and played her heart out the rest of the season, including being able to make first team all-conference and really making a name for herself. So our most outstanding defensive player goes to Kylie Ottinger. Going to most improved. Usually I like to give this to an underclassman who's definitely stepped up at the varsity plate, but this year we had a senior who kind of went from, she was comfortable playing to all of a sudden she's like, "I want to do this. I want to be good. What do I need to change?" She definitely is one of our most what's the way to put this, jumpy, excited players every time she makes a big play. I was on her a lot this season to keep her shoulders even, and once she did make that change, she definitely became a completely different hitter. She was a front row impact for our team, on top of being a lefty, which already makes the game a little bit harder. So our most improved player this year is Bethany DeGraw, who I don't think is here. Bethany unfortunately could not make it today, so. Moving on to our most valuable player. This player has been a 6 rotation player for us for 2 years. She's definitely stepped up the rest of the team and how we play. She definitely comes out fired up, ready to go all the time, leads by example, and is always willing to do whatever we need to do to win. She is a threat in the front row as well as the back row, and is exactly the kind of player that is very exciting to coach, just watching her grow and improve and help everyone else on our team. So our most valuable player this year is Sydney Starkey. Moving on to sportsmanship. I had a lot of different girls I could have picked for this award, which is obviously a good thing. But I picked a girl who there's been times where she hasn't necessarily had the best game, or she is making a few mistakes, she's getting in her head, and instead of, when I pull her out, sitting on the sideline and pouting, she's cheering her teammates on as loud as she possibly can. She's excited for others to get that opportunity to get in and play and show what they can do, even if it means that she's losing a little bit of playing time. This is her first year on the varsity team, and she's definitely, I'm excited to watch her grow these next 2 seasons as well, and continue to be a leader on our team. So this year, our sportsmanship award goes to Audrey Butler. And last but not least, we have our scholar athlete. This player, while always helping, making sure she's shagging for the JV team, helping line judge, do libero tracking for our home games during JV. Whenever she's not doing that, you definitely see her cracked open with a book. And so I'm really excited to see that that is improving for her, and she's seeing lots of growth with her academics. And I'm excited to see what her future holds, just knowing how well she's already doing in high school. So our scholar athlete this year is Gabby Deakins. Yep.
Congratulations, ladies. All right, this time please welcome our head girls soccer coach, Samantha Parsons.
Okay, so this is my first year as head coach, and I just want to say thank you to my coaches that helped me, Josh Tiki, and my other coach, Matthew Coddington, that helped during the season to make the season the best that it could be for my first year. And thank you for the girls for making this a memorable season. Our record was 6-12. Our conference was 2-5, which unfortunately that's kind of a letdown for the season. However, that just shows where we can grow since we are a very young team, and our sophomores, which is like most of our team, will be juniors next year. If my captains could stand up when I call your name: Addison Lawler, Maya Newsome, Sierra Hyatt, and Ava Limcooler. These captains stepped up in a big way. They were big leaders on and off the field, and it showed with how they interacted with people, and even during some of our games, especially our Speedway game for sectionals. One of the parents from the opponent's team captured a picture of our entire team embracing his daughter because she missed the last goal for her team. That was the deciding factor if we were going to go into more PKs, and our entire team embraced them, and that just shows what type of leadership we have, and it's because of these captains. First team all-conference is winners for this year was Addison Lawler and Sierra Hyatt. Second team all-conference was Maya Newsome and Ava Limcooler. And then for the Soccer Coaches Association Academic All-State was Addison Lawler, Ava Limcooler, and Emma Wascom. The Soccer Coaches Association for top team player is Addison Lawler. Okay, first award. Okay, this player I've known for many years. I was able to coach her these 4 years, and it was a pleasure being able to coach this person and see this player grow, not only as a player but also a young lady on and off the field. She stepped up as a big leader, and it was very close for top scorer. It was only close or off by like 2 or 3 goals, and this young lady tonight is Addison Lawler. Top defender. This defender is everywhere all at once. She's not there and then she just shows up. This player fights for every ball. She doesn't give up. She leads from the back line, and if I tell her, hey, I need you to play this position, she goes, okay, tell me how to do it. She just doesn't back down from a challenge, and she even got a nickname during a tournament. If you've ever seen the movie Major League, Wild Thing. and this is Sierra Hyatt. For most improved, this player came to us this year as a transfer student. She was very nervous to start. She came out to everything that she could. She asked what she could do to improve herself. She asked lots of questions about how to play. She never questioned where I played her, and she never questioned her playing time. She just kind of rolled with the punches, and she's improved dramatically from the first day that she came out to practice, and I'm excited to see how she's going to continue to improve, and that's Brennan Cox. This next award, MVP, this player, she never talked negatively about another player. She always tried to encourage. She led by example on and off the field. She always tried to figure out how to make the team a better team, whether it's playing a different position, giving suggestions about formation-wise, but she never gave up. She always challenged, and even if she got knocked down, she got back up, and she kept fighting to make the team better. She kept fighting to make sure the team tried to be a family. And this award goes to Addison Lawler. Sportsmanship Award, if I could give this out to multiple players, I would. I do want to give a shout out to Sierra Hyatt and Ava Lemcooler, because you two were the first two to embrace that Speedway player when she missed the shot. But the player that gets this award tonight, she's very quiet. You never know she's there because she doesn't really talk. She doesn't really say anything. But she's always encouraging. She's always trying to make sure everyone's on the team either likes each other or there's no issues between each other. And I got to get her to start talking more on the field. That's the one thing. That's MJ Platt. The last award is Scholar Athlete. If you ask any player on the team who gets this award, they would automatically say this player. I found out recently that she took this AP class over the summer just to boost her GPA, and she was always about her studies. If she had anything lower than a certain grade that she was wanting, she would study. She would always be talking about classes. She was always worried about her classes, and she takes her studying very seriously, and I'm excited to see what she does for her career in the future, and that's Emma Wascom.
Congratulations, ladies. Please welcome our head boys soccer coach, Scott Milam.
All right. Our season this year, we ended up with a 10-7-2 record, 6-1 in conference. That gave us second in conference. Overall, we had a plus 20 goal differential for the season. Of those 7 losses, we had 10 of the games that we played were in the top 20. 6 of the games we played were top 10, and 3 of them were top 5. Outside of second in conference, we were also the section runner-up. We ended up losing to Harrison in the final after some questionable calls. So if the seniors can go ahead and stand up when I call their name. Trey Naker, Landon Bailey, Wyatt Boyette, Caden Burris, Luis Chavez, Quentin Eisenhower, Grant Krulik, Jeremy Mullins, Wyatt Purdue, Kendrick Welty, Evan Wright, and Devon Zeismer. The seniors finished out with a 36, 30, and 5 record, I believe, which is pretty solid, especially considering the last few years we've really beefed up our schedule. 4-year letter winners, Trayton Aker, Kendrick Welty, and Evan Wright. And our 2 captains, Trayton Aker, which is his 3rd year as a captain, and Evan Wright. Winning second in conference, we were awarded 3 spots on both the first team and second team. First team all conference this year was Trayton Aker, Kendrick Welty, and Altner Malahu. Stand up. And second team all conference was Quentin Eisenhower, Evan Wright, and George Malagon. We had 5 team members who were the Soccer Coaches Association Academic All-State. The 4 seniors have gotten it for both years. That's Caden Burris, Quentin Eisenhower, Jeremy Mullins, and Evan Wright. And then junior Max Campbell. And our Soccer Coaches Association Top Team Player of the Year is Kendrick Welty. All right, awards. Top scorer this year took the title later on in the season. Finished with 14 goals and 8 assists. It's his 2nd year in a row winning the award as Altner Malahu. Okay, top defender this year. Considering last year he was nearly the Golden Boot winner, led out of the back in the center back position, led us to 6 shutouts, and was a crucial leader throughout the year, and that's Evan Wright. Most improved player this season. Last year he had limited varsity time. Pretty much led the JV as a junior. And showed true dedication, especially in the offseason, trying to get in shape. And throughout this year was a key player in basically every midfield position you can think of, and that's Wyatt Boyette. Most valuable player, 4-year letter winner. He led out of the midfield and was the person that, if he was not going to be playing the game, caused us the most problems. He was able to bring the ball out of the back, and was also one of the first first people on the field to stop their attack at all times. Was everywhere on the field, and that's Trayton Aker. Sportsmanship award this year. Dealt with some early positional uncertainty with Grace. We were trying to make some adjustments in the back line. Probably the most aloof potential valedictorian I've ever met, but would literally run through a brick wall for the team and then apologize to the brick wall afterwards, and that's Caden Burris. Scholar athlete, was a 2-time academic All-State, And keep going. And again, the potential valedictorian, we'll see what happens with that. It's Caden Burris.
Oh, budget cuts. Budget cuts, we ain't getting no plaque.
Yeah.
We'll get it. Congratulations, gentlemen. This time, please welcome our head football coach, Jeff Smock.
Before we get into our awards, I just want to acknowledge some people in our program. We had 3 senior captains this year. If they'd stand when I announce their name, please. Landon Fouts, Makai Smith, and Carson Toole. We also have an underclass captain for each of our classes. If they would stand when I say their name as well. Our junior captain was Mason Crew. Our sophomore captain was Caden Lark, and our freshman captain was Nico Trepkos. Our first team all-conference winners, where we finished in the conference this year, we had 5 first team. Landon Fouts, Caden Lark, Trey Reese, Makai Smith, and Carson Toole. If you guys would stand. We also had 5 second team all-conference winners, if they would stand as well. Eli Bridges, Jake Burns, Mason Crew, Jackson Folden, and Levi Poland. Yeah, you guys stand up too, Burns. I'd like to thank my coaches and their families for all their sacrifices this season. Josh DeBard, Bill Hyatt, Craig Fouts, Gabe Fritchie, Jared Windhorse, Jim Stambaugh, Zach Wagner, and Sam Myers, who we brought back out of retirement when we lost a coach halfway through the season. I'd also like to acknowledge our awesome managers, Maya Mishner, Cora Patrick, and Takayla Bell. Clap it up for them, please. And then, as always, our athletic department, our awesome trainer, Susan Stroud, Dr. Kraft, Dr. Hornbecker, Dr. Surveys, and, of course, Coach Rogers, our strength coach. As for the season, we had a great off-season leading into the season, starting all the way back in April with our Friday morning lights. We're out there at 6 in the morning, and that led us into summer with practice and camps and scrimmages at McCutcheon and Martinsville. We went 1-1 in our non-conference schedule, winning week 1 against Pendleton Heights. That was a big win for us. And then dropping week 2 to Zionsville. We had a tough loss in week 3 by 1 point against Danville, and then went on a 5-game winning streak to put ourselves in a situation in week 9 to be able to fight for a conference championship. Unfortunately, that didn't go our way, but I think it was a testament to our boys of rallying back after a tough loss at the beginning of conference. Come playoff time, we drew Mooresville in round 1. Our sectional in 4A is the toughest in 4A. It's one of the toughest in the state, and our guys didn't back down. Mooresville was ranked 8th in 4A. We were down 16 points at the half and battled back. Ultimately to fall a little bit short, even though we got it within 1 score there midway through the 4th quarter. This team did a great job this season. Most teams, that lose 20 seniors, the year before, a lot of times find themselves in a rebuilding year. This team refused to let that happen and let that be who they were. And that's a big testament to our 8 seniors if they'd stand. Trayvon Bell, Jake Burns, Colby Cook, Landon Fouts, Woldy Jeslin, Makai Smith, Nabi Suma, and Carson Toole. All right, on to the awards. Our first award is for the most outstanding or valuable offensive player. This gentleman on the season averaged 5.2 yards a carry, had 9 touchdowns. In the second half of several games this season, he took our offense on his back and refused to let the defense take us off the field. He's definitely one of the toughest players that's worn a Lebanon jersey. This year's most outstanding offensive player is Carson Toole. Our next award is the most outstanding defensive player, or most valuable defensive player. On the season, this player had 86 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception. I think my numbers are off a little bit, but he won't hold it against me. He was the leader of our defense. He was the lone returning starter in our front 7 from a year ago. Consistently held his teammates to a high standard, and always he was the one that they could look at and know how things are supposed to get done. This year's most outstanding defensive player is Mekhi Smith. I think we think there's like a fashion show going on up here or something. Next award, most valuable special teams player. This player was huge for us in changing field position in multiple phases. He was our punt returner. He was one of our kick returners. He was our punter and could have easily played in other phases as well if we weren't trying to get him some rest here and there. He averaged 40 yards a punt, averaged 22 yards per kick return, and averaged 16 yards on punt return, taking 1 back for a score. He's a do-it-all kind of player for us on special teams. This year's most outstanding special teams player is Caden Lark. Most improved. This is another award that the players had several guys they felt were deserving by the votes that they cast. This player was new to our program this year, and as soon as he made the decision that he was going to play back in November, he had done nothing but go to work to prepare himself to be able to play on Friday nights. We have never had a new student that's come in and had the impact on our program like this young man, and just happened to also, improve his craft tremendously along with that. So our most improved this year was Nabi Suma. Our Terry Weeks Most Outstanding Sophomore Award. This year, this is an award that could have easily gone to 8 to 10 sophomores from this year's team. The amount of contributions from our sophomore class this year could be argued is the most we've ever had. Certainly rivaling last year's senior class that had so many guys that played as sophomores as well. This young man excelled as a 9th grader on the field, and he took his game to a different level this year in all 3 phases of the game for us. He's an absolute game changer in any given play. This year's most outstanding sophomore is Caden Lark. The next award, the Chris Watson Sportsmanship Award. Every year the football program, our Sportsmanship Award is in honor of Chris Watson, who was a 1991 graduate of Lebanon High School, and a football player that always represented himself with class. That's the epitome of this year's winner. He's a true competitor, but one that understands how to both win and lose and compete with class. This year, as voted on by his teammates, the Chris Watson Sportsmanship Award goes to Nabi Suma. And the most important award of the night, the Scholar Athlete. And I'll say this, I know we were at the bottom of the totem pole on GPA, but our improvement this year, I'm very, very impressed with our team. They took it to heart last year with our low number, and I'm very proud of all you guys for that. This year's Scholar Athlete, we had 2, Dax Frost and Nabi Suma.
Congratulations to all the other programs, coaches. Great job this fall. That's it for us.
Nice job, guys. Please welcome head golf coach Maddie Wethington.
All right. Hello, everyone. This was my 4th year as head coach, and I'd like to also start by thanking a few people before we get started. All the parents that travel all over the place. We go as far as Monticello, and unfortunately we had a couple far ones rained out, but we go very far, so thank you. The wonderful players, our wonderful home course of Ulen right across the street, and Phil for all the prep that goes into the golf season. This year I had a terrific team. I had 13 young ladies sign up to play golf, and this actually marks the largest girls golf team in nearly 2 decades. Yes. With 13 girls on the team also came some new challenges, like matching up with how many players the other team had and how many we could bring, taking up the entire putting green and range during practice. We often got told we can't do that. The ice cream tab when we won was more expensive than ever, and their favorite thing, trying to squeeze onto the minibus with several golf bags and push carts. But all of it was worth it, so thank you to everyone. A quick recap of the season as a whole. We finished 10-5 overall, and we're undefeated in conference. We finished, we finished first at the Sagamore Conference Tournament with a score of 355. That marks the 5th year in a row. We won the Seeger Invitational with a score of 361, and our team average was in the top 5 of all time at Lebanon. I would like to recognize a few individuals here quickly before the other awards. So our senior captains, Anna Robbins and Alethea Wilson. You can stand. Thank you for your time and dedication. Next, as we celebrated last week, I'd like to congratulate our all-conference winners. So this means in golf, it's really simple. It's very statistical. You're just in the top 10 or you're not. So it was great. So this year on First Team All-Conference, stand when I call your name, I have 4-time winner, senior Anna Robbins. So all 4 years. 2-time winner, junior Audrey Patterson. 2-time winner, junior Kate Williams. And first-time winner, junior Emma Hornbecker. And finishing on second team all-conference this year was junior Mason Cassis. Okay, now into the awards. So starting with most improved, this is a very statistical award in golf. It gauges off of their average at the halfway point of the season. This individual really had a switch flip after the first match of the season. She actually dropped 15 strokes from her first match to her last couple. And her average improved nearly 10 strokes compared to last year's average. It was such a joy to help her tweak just a few minor things, and she is my favorite type of player. One little improvement and she was over the moon. She actually started practicing after practice. I'm so proud to say that this year's most improved is Alethea Wilson. Okay. Mine are out of order, so hang on. Okay, most valuable. Also a statistic award in golf. It's the lowest scoring average throughout the season. So MVP is the player, though, that you can always count on no matter what. They're going to show up with a decent score, know that they're going to be in the top 4. This year, she put in more work than ever in the summer. She had 2 top 5 finishes in 18-hole matches, including 1 medalist. Her score of an 81 advanced her to regionals as an individual, and at regionals she placed 12th with a solid score of 82. Her low 9-hole score this year was a 35, that's 1 under, and her low 18-hole score was a 77. Congratulations to MVP Audrey Patterson. Okay. Next, the Uline Country Club Sportsmanship Award. This award goes to the golfer that has the best mental attitude and sportsmanship on the team. I couldn't decide this year, so I picked 2. Back to having 13 girls on the team meant that there were many matches where 13 girls could not attend each match. And there were 2 who were the first to ask and text me, can I come watch? Can I come support? So these 2 girls were always encouraging everyone on the team, even giving me words of encouragement. I'm more than happy to say that this year's Sportsmanship Award goes to Alethea Wilson and Cora Patrick. Okay, scholar athlete. So I'm going to say to you, Jeff, we were actually at the top of the totem pole, and it means that it's the hardest award in our team. Almost everyone is above a 4.0. So this year, this individual, she may be one of the busiest people I know. She always puts in 110% into every activity she does. As you can tell, scholar athlete is a very tough award, like I said, but leading the pack this year is Emma Hornbecker. Okay, and then lastly, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize, this is a back-to-back year that we have a Lebanon senior who is named to the Academic All-State team. The Academic All-State team is decided on by the Indiana High School Golf Coaches Association. It's comprised of only 17 student athletes using a formula of their SAT scores and GPA, and you have to play in 2/3 of varsity matches. So this year, Anna Robbins received Academic All-State with an SAT score of over 1270 and a GPA over 4.0. Okay, thank you.
Last but not least, please welcome to the stage our boys and girls cross country coach, Shelly West, and she's bringing up her assistant, Dale West, her other half. As they come up here, I do want to congratulate the boys and girls cross country. All this hardware you see in front of them is the most we've ever gotten in one season, and it's all from them.
Thank you, Phil. Congratulations to all the fall sports this season. I think we all represent LHS pretty good this year, so congratulations. Thank you, Phil, for everything. Thank you to my assistant coach, Dale West, here. Without him, he's the stats man, and when they need something, they go directly to him. I need to thank my parents, especially my senior parents, for their support all these 4 years. I have the best parent staff. I know we all say that, but I really seriously feel that I have the best parents around. This year, we're going to start off with the boys team, and we had 11 seniors this year. So when I call your name, guys, if you could stand up. Bo Bergen, Alex Emmenheiser, Aiden Frost, Abram Hill, John J.D. Hawks, Caleb Newsom, Sam Piper, Kyler Strange, Jared Walton, Zane Williams, Jordan Yoder, and we had one senior manager, Jacob Susong. We had two guys make the academic all-state, so when I call your name, if you could stand, is Alex Emmenheiser and Aiden Frost. You guys just go ahead and stand. These two were also our team captains, along with Aiden Wetter. We'll go ahead and recap our season. This year, like you said, the trophy's out in front. Our boys team had our best season yet. In our regular season 5K, we were 78-2, which, thanks to one of my parents, put it out to a 97.5 winning percentage. We won 5 out of 6 of our 5K invites. We were conference champions. Congratulations, guys. We had 4 guys make first team all conference: Aiden Frost, Alex Emmenheiser, Marshall Royal, and Aiden Wetter. If you guys could stand and stay standing for me. Second team was Kyler Strange, Abram Hill, and JD Hawks. At sectionals this year, we advanced as a team for the 4th year in a row to regionals, which is the 4th time in LHS history. Good job, guys. We finished 8th in regionals, which was the best team finish at the Noblesville Regional, with 4 out that advanced to semi-state were ranked in the top 25 in the state. And then we had 2 semi-state qualifiers, Aiden Frost and Marshall Royal. Those 2 guys we've only had 3 guys make it to semi-state in LHS history, and they were 2 of the 3, so congratulations, guys. We'll move on to our awards. First is our most improved. This athlete got a little better each of his 4 years and finally started believing in himself this season. The hard work and believing paid off as he ran in our top 7 all season long. We look forward to him taking on some of his newfound confidence into our track season. This award will go to Abram Hill. Most valuable runner. No. This athlete defines what Lebanon cross country is all about. He was a team captain that led by example, finished as our first or second runner in every meet, finished in top 10 in every meet during the regular season, was first team all conference, qualified for semi-state as an individual. His competitive spirit, leadership, personality will be missed next season. This award will go to senior Aiden Frost. The A.J. Reagan Sportsmanship Award. A.J. was a previous runner in LHS that passed away in 2011. And this young man receiving this award came to practice and meets every day with a positive attitude. The hard work he put in this season had him consistently in our top 10 each race. We look forward to seeing what his track season will do and how his senior cross-country season will have in store for him for next year. Sportsmanship Award will go to Dylan Creeley. Scholar athlete. This athlete also defines what Lebanon cross country is all about. He's a 2-year team captain, first team all conference, and he has an amazing work ethic. Academic all-state and has a work ethic that is second to none. It takes a lot of dedication to be a student athlete, and this young man puts in the time and hard work on the course along in the classroom. The scholar athlete will go to Alex Immenheiser. This is it for our boys cross country awards. Please give our boys team a round of applause. On to our Lady Tigers. This year, our girls team had 3 seniors, so if you could stand: Chloe Coyle, Julia Howard, and Gracie Stoller. For our girls team, we had one young lady that made honorable mention academic All-State, and that is Chloe Coyle. We had 3 team captains: Chloe Coyle, Julia Howard, and Nadia Jones. And to recap our season for our girls team, we had just as of a successful season as our guys did. In our regular season 5K, we were 56-4, which was a 93.3 winning percentage. Our girls team won 3 out of our 6 5Ks and then won the Danville Holcomb Karam. We were conference champions. Congratulations, girls. All 5 of our scoring girls made first team all conference. That's Penny Lamerson, Julia Howard, Harper Adams, Nadia Jones, and Chloe Coyle. Stand up, ladies. Stay standing, please. And our second team was Maribeth Bergen and Sarah Keith. This year, we made it to regionals for the first time since 1999. And that was back in 1999, it was a 4K. So this was the first time for a girls team to advance in a 5K. Good job, girls. At regionals, we didn't have the race that we had liked, but we still ran our best that day. And 5 teams that advanced to the semi-state were all ranked in the top 25 in the state. And I think even 4 of those went on to run in state for the next weekend. So good job, girls. On to our awards. Our most improved. This athlete came out this summer and really put the work in. As her season progressed, she could see the results of all her hard work, and it just helped build her confidence. She was second team all-conference, finishing in the top 20, and improved her time this season over 2 minutes from the previous season. We are looking forward to her senior season. This award goes to Sarah Keith. Most valuable. This young lady had some amazing accomplishments this season. She was our lead runner in every meet, placed in the top 6 in every meet during regular season. She placed second in conference to help lead her team to a conference title, placed 9th in a tough Noblesville sectional, and was just one spot shy of making it to the semi-state, which is only going to fuel her for next season. She's always smiling when she toes the line, and she's ready to push herself and her teammates to success. This award will go to freshman Penny Lamerson. The Megan Hammerly Sportsmanship Award. Megan was a 4-year cross-country runner that passed away in 2015. Megan always had a positive attitude and such a big heart for cross-country. So the young lady receiving this award is definitely deserving with her positive attitude. She comes to practices and meets mentally and physically ready to give it all she's got. She's a team captain that has pushed her teammates to do their best this season. This award will go to senior Julia Howard. Scholar Athlete. This year, we have 2 young ladies receiving this award. The first is being a 4-year runner, a 2-time captain, who's always put the hard work in, on the course and in the classroom. Her hard work and persistence paid off this season as she finished first team all-conference on the course and academic all-state honorable mention. And our second young lady also puts in the work on the course and the classroom, finished second team all-conference for us. Both of them take pride in being a student athlete for LHS and their success. The Scholar Athletes Awards will go to Chloe Coyle and Sarah Keith. This is it for our Lebanon Cross Country Girls team. Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations to our boys and girls cross country on one of the best seasons ever that they've had. So wonderful job, wonderful job. Just a couple items before we finish. At this time, I'd just like to ask for all 55 seniors from the fall season to please stand and be recognized. All the seniors are listed in the back of the program. We congratulate them. I know some will be going on to winter and spring sports. We look forward to seeing them participate in those sports. And as I remind them always, the legendary basketball coach John Wooden, his 7-point creed, use it to end kind of every awards night. Be true to yourself. Help others without expecting anything in return. Make each day your masterpiece. Do your best. Don't try to be better than others. Friendship is a fine art. Work to make friends and keep them. Read deeply. Build shelter against a rainy day. Be prepared to have a few bad days. And give thanks for all your blessings. And don't be afraid to ask for guidance every day. Again, seniors, I congratulate you. I thank you for your leadership in this very successful fall sports season. I salute you. And as always, remind you, once a tiger, always a tiger. Congratulations, seniors. Okay, one last thing. The past 2 years, we have not been able to do an all-sports award for the conference due to the fact of COVID. This year, since we are playing all our games and all our teams are participating, that they've instituted that program back in. Basically, what it is they do the fall, winter, and spring and tally for one school boys program, one school girls program. If you win, you get 8 points, second 7, all the way down to 1 point for all 8 schools. So after the fall season, we have our standings. We'll put them up there for you. Boys lead with 28 points. Girls are right behind Western Boone with 25. So those of you that are moving on, let's keep it rolling and see if we can be successful in the winter and the spring and take those all sports awards again for the boys and the girls. Last reminder, if you are lettering and you want a size for your letter jackets, Randy, our vendor from Neff, is out in the gym lobby. Please make sure that you see him, and coaches make sure those student athletes that are lettering again know who they are so they can, lettering for the first time, and want a jacket, they get that information so they can see Randy. And girls golf will be in community room 3. Congratulations. Thank you for coming. Have a great night, everyone.